In this last week, I attended a conference talking about evangelism, church planting, neighborhood engagement, intercultural mission. Each one of them part of the fabric of the good news. I learned in the intercultural sessions that we are not on a crusade to force our agenda on others of what we call the gospel, but we are to be crucified, to die to ourselves, to live then in community and to be companions with others so that they could learn to understand and see who Christ is in their context, so that they can be free to experience His love and to share His love with others. I learned in the church planting the importance of a focus on the simple, and that culture is more important than strategy. And culture is behavior. A strategy is often what we're thinking, but it's in the behavior that culture is changed. And three aspects of that culture of the people of God on earth would be to focus on the health in every aspect, of shalom within the life of the church, and to focus on the growth of that community together in all that God has made them to be. And then the fruit of that presence, not only in people coming to a church building, a chapel, to worship on a Sunday and gather together, but in how they live every day of every week, in their family, on their street, in their city, at their place of work, in the places of community, or whatever is happening, how to bear fruit in a way that others would know Jesus. And then in the neighborhood engagement, I caught this importance of a place a particular place that you are part of, the people in that place, understanding the characteristic and discerning the names of people, the needs of people, and being a neighbor to those people. I had this sense of how we as a church need to move beyond coexisting with those in our street, in our city, as we focus on those that are like us who go to the church building or go to that home group or life group, to see that we are to be the church, to display the manifold wisdom of God in the whole city and especially in our neighborhood. And so that means that we are to be attentive to God and to people and be intentional. I probably could phrase this by saying we need to be proactively in the presence of God and attentive to the priority He has for everyone around us. He loves them, and He has a plan that they would live out the design that He has put into them for His glory, as they would be connected with others as those that would live it out. Live what out? Live Jesus in the power of the Spirit. Love God, love your neighbor, and walk with others so that they would love God and love their neighbor. See that expressed in many vibrant different ways. At this conference, an important time for me was sitting together with a few friends, talking about church, talking about culture, talking about people from different backgrounds, the salad bowl and the oil of the Spirit bringing out all the variety of not one kind of taste, Baptist or Pentecostal or Anglican or whatever, black or white, English or Hindi or Chinese, but a vibrant expression of the diversity in unity. And I asked a simple question: when you think of church, what image comes to mind? Perhaps the book of Ephesians helps to understand. And one person said, a body, and that immediately brought to my mind a body working together not one higher than the other, but each one important and functioning together with one head, Jesus, in what he wants to do on earth. Another spoke of the bride and being prepared and being purified, being made ready for the coming king. A third talked about a building, how we're fit together as the dwelling place, the home of God, Father, Son, and Spirit. But we together are the dwelling place of God. But actually I was looking for another answer, and that was family. And that when we see the church as the family, brothers and sisters, all very different, but all bearing the marks of the Son before the Father in the power of the Spirit. And then in the city, it's not my little group and tribe, but it's his family. And we are members together of a body, of a family, of the one household but many rooms. But of course we want to plant other households of family, but the one family, plant another household of a family. So we may gather on Sunday in different places. We may worship in different ways with our mouths, but then we worship as a scattered church every day as we walk among people with our words and our works. And this is a witness that we are the family in the Son of the Father who loves all peoples and can set us free in the reconciling power of the cross, the death, the resurrection, ascension of Jesus. So he has sent his Spirit and his redemption in his name, the forgiveness of sin. And we are ministers of reconciliation together. What does that look like in our neighborhood, on our street, in our city, in our place of work, in our time with our friends? What does it look like every day to be family together in the city? Let's talk about that more.